What did they tell you about the character of Vantage? How were you? I mean, did you connect with the character on any kind of personal level, or was this just pure performance for you?
No, I did. I really did. Oh my gosh. I knew that she was Latina and that she grew up with her mom, Xiomara, like away from society.
Okay.
So she kind of was raised like with not around other people. So and she was really like tough and kind of had her mom taught her how to like fend for herself. And so she's a badass. And then her mom gets captured, and then basically Vantage is trying to like get her mom out of prison and save her life. And that's kind of the whole setup. Vantage is socially a little bit weird because she didn't grow up around a lot of people. So like jokes and stuff are new to her. It's funny because I'd been cast in a role similar personality wise before. I'm like, I guess I read this way. I don't know.
Is there something when I walk through the door that they pick up on?
Yeah. But I found that really funny, like her dry sense of humor, her like trying to figure out what is a joke and like, and then she's also very blunt and direct, which I don't know if you can pick up on this from an hour and a half of, Zooming, but like I'm very direct and like blunt and not, I don't try to be mean at all, but like I definitely related to Vantage in that way, and just her love for her mother and family. And there's a lot about Vantage that, oh my God, of course, also Echo. Like you saw my cat. I have a cat who's like literally constantly on me, and he's like everything to me. So I was like, oh my God, it's meant to be. I have a little animal that's like my cat. And just their relationship. So yeah, I truly did love Vantage from the start. And I've had such a blast crafting her as a character and just kind of getting to know her and finding her,
Have you done many video games before, or was this something?
This was my first video game. I'm not a voice actor.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'd done one line in the Mitchells versus the Machines that Jeff directed, and I just live action stuff, lots of commercials and live action things. So yeah, no, it was honestly like I got the audition from my agent at the time, and I was like, a video game, and it was undisclosed, the name of it. And I was like, oh, whatever. And then I almost forgot, turned it in 20 minutes before it was due, which is incredibly not like me. I'm very type A with auditions and stuff, but I was like, oh no. And then I got a call back. And the callback was a Zoom callback, and it was actually really fun. I was surprised. I was taken aback by how engaged I felt and like how much fun I had working with them. And I was like, oh man, I hope I get this. And then I got it. And then I had a meeting with Terry, the casting director, and then all of the people that were a part of this. And they're like, okay, we're going to tell you what you booked. You booked Apex Legends. And I was like, cool. And they're like, you don't know what that is. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. They're like, it's a really big game. Like it's a good thing for you. And I was like, I'm so happy. But I could see how everyone was just like, really, lady?
You won an Emmy. Is that a thing? It's a thing. It is kind of a thing. Yeah. Okay. I hear you. When they were I like you, I auditioned, I sent it off, I didn't think about it, and then I got a call back, and this was in 2018, I believe. So I went in to Warner Brothers for the callback. The callback was a lot of fun, just like you say. These are really fun people.
They really are.
Game. Yeah, I've done a lot of games. This is the easiest video game you will ever do, because you're not screaming your bloody head off. It's usually different when you're combat-oriented video games. Everything's very intense and loud, and it can take a toll on you. So we're busy having a great time. And they said, okay, this takes place in the Titanfall universe. And there was this expectant pause. And I said, I don't know what that is. Are you familiar with Titanfall? No. Titanfall 2? Even less. No, I'm so sorry. I really don't know. And my usual fallback is I have kids. I don't have time. And they said, Cool, no problem. Let us describe this to you. And no matter how well they describe it, you're never quite prepared for what it's going to actually look like.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you've at least seen some video of your character, how she interacts with others, the breadth and scope of the world they've created. And
amazing.
Yeah. And the upside of this as well is that you're going to continue to record new things because they develop her arc, they deepen the character, and they really spend a lot of time on that.
Yeah. And I love that. I mean, it was just, I just went back in whenever that was. I think we all went in, right?
A couple of weeks back. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Vantage. It just made me so happy because there she was. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yep.
Yeah.
And more they're going to build. I think they're going to build these characters out more. Like Pathfinder's been built out a lot. He's season 0. So there's Pathfinder swag, and I've got there's an heirloom he has, and there's costumes and all that stuff, and there's even a book. So I'm the beneficiary of season 0. You're season, I believe, 14. Wow. So 13 or 14. Yeah. So you're coming in later, but that just means that in time you're going to see more and more stuff representing Vantage. And
yeah,
I hope somebody makes like a little stuffed bat that you can have.
Me too. Yeah. I would love that.
Yeah. Oh, somebody might watch this and say, I'm going to make her a stuffed bat. I'm going to 3D print her a bat.